All right. We are live. It is Thursday afternoon, 12 minutes after noon, past noon, and we're chilling in the rain. Actually, chilling, well, not in the rain, but during the rain. So, let's let's look here like this. Let's go like this here. All right. Okay. Um, I'm gonna sit up here for a little bit. So, it's raining outside, and kind of sitting on a scooter here, so it's kind of one of those battery powered ones. So uh, it's Thursday. It is the what's the 14th? The 14th. Ooh, a little fuzzy here. Uh, yeah, I'm good. I can't wait to hit 50, man. 50 subs. I could go live now, man. I'm like three subs away, right? From going live, right? Live on YouTube. And yeah, I'll still be using StreamYard because like StreamYard is really cool, dude. It's really cool, man. Very popular by the way, actually. Uh, okay, now I want to hopefully we can bring in a buddy of mine out in Tennessee. Okay, now I want to get to a. I want to walk around a little bit here. Um, it's nice out here. Starts getting wet. there's there's a documentary coming out here pretty soon. It's about the California Palisades fire, and also there's a lawsuit against Prop 50, man, Prop 50. To stop the redistricting. Um, they showed a before and after, before Prop 50 and after Prop 50, and it looks like that Gavin Newsom wants to take from Bakersfield up to Reading, wipe out the red districts and shit. So, and his main goal is to get Southern California red because that's mostly left leaning Democratic bullshit area. So, but the DOJ is filed a lawsuit against that. And yeah, it's getting pretty bad here in California, man. Rain's nice, but the rain's nice, but the politics suck. Like, dude, you're turning California into a state with blue balls, man. You know. So any Californian that's voting in 2026, vote Republican, man. Vote for a governor that's not a Democrat, but a Republican or independent, or you know, because we don't need another Democrat in office in California. We want to keep a Democrat. We want to keep a Democrat out of Sacramento, man. Yeah. So I mean, the ones who voted for Prop 50, you guys are paying for it, man. It's your fault. Yeah. So but let's check. Let's check here real quick. Let's see. I'm using a Google Pixel 6a with um, okay. Okay. Let's see here. Yeah, I'm just kind of out here, just chilling, man. Just really chilling. And I'm using this phone. It's a Samsung Galaxy A12 that I turned into a little mini tablet and shit because the tablet I have screen's cracked, and I thought I could put the SIM card from that tablet but in his phone. It's little easy to carry and stuff. So um, I just want to get to a point where honestly um, there's been enough of this bullshit. I think when you're trying to live your life the way you've always lived your life, then all of a sudden it's like, why is the governor and the mayor turn their back on the people of California? Karen Bass turned her back on the people of LA when she left the country. The only times they come out is only for photo shooting, you know what I'm saying? When they come out for only photo ops, that means they don't care. They do it for political reasons. They don't care about you, man. Politicians do it because they come out for photo ops because of political reasons, right? Yeah. It comes to a point when you realize you are the ones paying the taxes, right, to pay for roads, bridges, structures for repairs, and bills and shit like that. And like, for example, Donald Trump just cut funding for this train thing that's supposed to be brought here, right? Well, Donald Trump cut the funding for it because it's nothing more than a hedge fund for Gavin Newsom and his buddies, man, here in California. People are pissed. They don't want their tax dollars being wasted on some fucking bullshit of a project that'll probably never happen. Now, this is, what was it, 2008, right? it was proposed and it was done deal here. But 2018, like 10 years later, like we I mean, the people didn't know anything about this shit, you know. And this was proposed while the cousin, basically, if you think about it, Jerry Brown and Gavin Newsom are cousins. The cousins, right? Jerry Brown and Gavin Newsom are the nephews of Nancy Pelosi, right? So we have the Newsoms, the Brown, the Pelosi's in their marriage. You know, hey, they're family. No fucking shit. Because Gavin Newsom and Jerry Brown are family. You know, they're cousins. You know, Jerry Brown's dad is an uncle of Gavin Newsom, and you know, if a guy would let, I mean, if you let your buddy, I mean, who in the fuck would let Gavin Newsom fuck his wife, man? Right? So what? His wife fucked Jeffrey Epstein, fucked Harvey Weinstein, man. You know that shit. You know? I mean, like, dude, you know, like, what the fuck, you know? And you think, what's carb? What's carb? Carb is a hedge fund piggy bank for the Democrats here in California. Um, yeah. Um, you know, so your tax dollars that you pay, right, in fines go to CARP, which basically funds their little piggy bank. You know, the California Air Resource Board, right, is nothing more than a slush fund piggy bank. You know, and like CARB, this train bullshit is the piggy bank new way of taking your tax dollars. You know, Californians. You know, and I think that when you, I'm gonna go out front. I'm gonna go out front real quick. Um, I'm gonna go out front. I'm gonna go through the side fence here. I'm gonna go through the side gate here. This is dry. Is this right here? Yeah, that's wet. Can't say that's your holy crap. I'm out front. I'm gonna check the mail here real quick. No mail till later. Some mail here in California, where I'm living, comes late. All this comes late. Stuff. So See, California's a beautiful state, man. You know, it is a beautiful state. And what sucks is the politics, man. Is what sucks right now. If the people really want to take their power back, um, take it back, man. See, every politician right now that's an officer now, their biggest fear is that the people, once they wake up, realize that they've been getting fucked over for the last 80, 90 years, for decades. They're going to wake up and realize, wow, if the people realize, well, I'm in my office in D.C., and my big fear is that if the people wake up and realize we've been fucking them over for the last 300, 200 years, we're fucked. And they come up with they call it their contingency plan against the people. You know, and like the only way if someone actually wins an election is, you know, Hillary Clinton, her and Bill have huge skeletons in their closet. Huge. So does George W. Bush. So does Obama. So does in a way. So does Trump. But so did Biden, right? So did Biden. Every president from after Roosevelt, most of them are constitutional rights infringers, violators that serve the will of the elites, the banks, the corporations, and shit. The banks, the corporations are the ones really, and the lawyers, right? The lawyers, right? See, when does lawyers create laws, right? Here's how I see it. Lawyers create laws behind the scenes, in the shadows, and they hand them over to a Democratic, whether you're a progressive or a liberal, and if you're a neocon rhino Republican. Because if you remember, right, it was lawyers. It was lawyers that came up with the Patriot Act, right? George W. Bush signed it into law, right? Lawyers created the Patriot Act, and the people were questioning, and George W. Bush said, "Well, the lawyer said if it's legal, it's legal." And these are the type of lawyers that are the ones who pretty much, 1913, right? Jekyll Island. Who came up with the Federal Reserve Act? It wasn't a politician. It was the bankers that did it. Rothschilds, Morgans, Rothschilds, Rockefeller, Morgan, Warburg, those guys created the Fed, right? The Federal Reserve. It ain't federal, right? It ain't federal. So Johnson signed it into law. A politician didn't come up with the shit. It was outside of political control, right? Jekyll Island, right? The home was still there. It's vacant, right? Vacant. So, so you have the Rothschilds, the Rockefellers, the Morgans, the Warburgs, all intertwined by marriage. The kids married one another to keep the power within the family. Just like here in California, you have the Pelosi's, you have the Newsoms, you have the Browns, and whoever married into each other's families to get power to themselves in California, right? Why? Because they want to decide what goes on in Northern California and abroad, right? Simple as that. So, yeah, just really just fucking stupid, man. If some of you were smart enough to realize you voted in a ignorant and selfish politician because you yourself is ignorant and selfish because you want what's for yourself, so you vote in someone that's in a three-piece suit, fake smile. Wow, this person's just as ignorant and selfish as I am. I'm gonna vote for them. You know, all that shit. All these dumb fucks, right? All these left-leaning, ideology-driven cocksuckers are all selfish and ignorant, right? So you look at Chuck Schumer, AOC, right? Adam Schiff, right? Every Democrat from Pelosi, the Waters, AOC to um, Crockett, Green, all shit, all left leaning. Some of them are still on the plantation, Green's on the plantation still. Maxine Waters is still on the plantation. Jesse Crockett's on the plantation. Um, all of the Democratic Black Caucus still on the plantation because they refuse to wake up and realize they're politically still on the plantation. Karen Bass still on the plantation, and she's LA's mayor. And some of you dumbasses voted for him because you yourself is ignorant and selfish, and you voted them in. You voted them in. You had the right to complain because you voted them in. What they did, it's on your ass. It's on you. You wasted a vote on a selfish and ignorant leader who's just as ignorant and social as you. See, me, who didn't vote, I have a right to complain. So some of you who voted for Prop 50, ignorant and selfish, right? Ignorant and selfish because you were promised things. Fuck you. It's on you. Anybody who voted against Prop 50, they saw the writing on the wall when it was introduced. Arnold Schwarzenegger was right. It takes the power away from the people. And the ones that voted for Prop 50 to pass, vote yes, it's your fault. You did this. You wasted a vote on stupidity and ignorance and selfishness. That's why I didn't vote for it, because, like Al Bundy once said, whoever you vote for or what you vote for always ends up bad. And right there is the truth. It's truth, truth. And I still live by that, because you never know, down the line it will end up bad. Anybody who's pretty much aware and who's a critical thinker saw this shit. So there is going to be a documentary on YouTube about the fires of the Palisades, Eaton, and so forth. They arrested one guy for the fire, but the thing is, how can one guy start 5 fires in one night, right? Wouldn't it be a team of people wearing all black, right? That would light the fires in advance and by their time. And not just that, but Karen Bass and Gavin Newsom came out for a photo op, acting like they care. They don't care. They don't care. What the fuck, man? Shit. They don't give a shit about you, because somebody who is selfish and ignorant voted in a selfish and ignorant politician. Why? They don't know. Because they'll do a good job in California. Fuck off. Yeah? I mean, Colin was right. If you have ignorant and selfish citizens and they vote in a selfish and ignorant leader, they had a right to complain, right? Because they voted them in, it's their fault. If you are that selfish and ignorant and you voted in someone who's just as ignorant and selfish as you, it's on you. It's your fault. You voted them in to do this. And you have no right to complain. If you're selfish and ignorant and you voted in a selfish idiot leader, it's your fault. You voted them in. You voted them in to do this. It's your fault. If you guys are new to this channel, please leave a like, subscribe, comment below, hit the bell for notification. Always live healthy, happy, and wise. I mean healthy and wise. I'll see you all next time in the next video. Peace out. Godspeed. Buddha bless.